Hello everyone, welcome to the session Object-Oriented Programming through Java. Myself Navya. I'm an assistant professor from the Department of CSIT in MLR Institutions of Technology. In this session, we are going to see another two classes from collection framework, which is vector and hash table. Coming to the overview of this session, we are going to see what is a vector class in Java, what are the constructors comes under vector class, and what are the methods of vector class, and we can see the example program for that particular vector class, and what is hash table in Java, and what are the methods that comes in built-in methods of hash table and example program of hash table. So coming to the vector class. So vector is one of the class which implements the list interface and which is present in java.util package. As we have seen array list in last session, in the same way vector is similar to array list. So what is array list? It is used to create a dynamic array. In the same way vector is used to create a dynamic array, and here it maintains the insertion order. What is the difference in between an array list and vector? Like array list, it will maintain the insertion order, but vector is synchronized. Due to this reason, vector is not used in non-thread applications. So it is rarely used in non-thread applications, and it will lead to poor performance. So what are the points you can have? Note points. One is vector is a class which is present in java.util package and it implements list interface. Vector is a legacy class and vector is a synchronized. So coming to the constructors of vector class. There are four constructors in vector class. The first constructor is an empty constructor, which is default constructor vector. It creates an empty vector with default initial capacity of 10, same as array list. And vector initial size, you can create an empty with that particular size. Okay, and you can have the size and increment. So it creates an vector which initial capacity is specified by size and whose increment is specified by INCR. And next, you can provide a collection as arguments to particular vector constructor such that it will create a vector that contains the elements of that particular collection. So these are four constructors. Coming to the methods. The same as we have the operations which you have performed on array list, the same will be there in vector class also, but it appends the specified element to the end of the vector. And if you want to add an element at specified index, you are going to take specified index value as well as element. So it inserts the specified element at the specific position in the vector. And object. So it adds the specified object to the end of the vector, but increasing by size by 1. Okay. Add all as a method. You will provide the collection of elements and it will append all the elements to the end of that particular vector. So it appends all the elements in the specified collection to the end of the vector. And next, add all method, you can go with specified index and you can collection of elements. So you can insert all some collection of elements at particular index using add all method. So it inserts all the elements in the specified collection into the vector at specified position. Next, set. In order to update the element at particular index, you can use set method. So it replaces the element at the specified position in the vector with the specified element. And set element at. So it sets the element at specified index of the vector to be specified object. Okay. And next, remove. It removes a particular you has to provide an index value here. At particular index value, what element is present, that element will be removed from the vector. Remove object. So it removes the first occurrence of specific element of the vector, and remove element, and you are providing the object. So it will remove all the first occurrences of specified element in the vector and remove element at particular index. If you have to provide an index value as a parameter, that will remove element at specified index in the vector. And next, remove range. So from index to index. So from particular index value to, if I'm having an array list 1, 2, sorry 0, 1, 2, 3. I just want to remove the elements. Remove range from 1 to 3. So it will remove all these elements. Okay, remove all collection C. If you are providing the elements to remove, I just want to 1, 3. I want to remove elements of 1, 3. So it will remove 1 and 3 here. Okay, remove all elements. It removes all elements in the vector. So remove all elements is a method which is used to remove all the elements from the vector. And next, retain all. You will give, for example, if I am having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is my vector. Okay, I just want to retain all method with the collection C equals to 1, 3, 5. What happens? Except 1, 3, 5, the remaining elements will be removed. And element at particular, this is an accessing. So remove element at. So it returns you the element at specific index value. I just want to have element at 4th index value. What is the element at 4th index value? It will return you 5. Okay. So get is a method. It will return you the specified index value. Element at and get is the same. And next, enumeration elements. It returns you the enumeration of all elements. It will convert this into number constants and constant values, and it will return you. And next, first element. It will return you the first element of the vector, and the last element is a method which is used to return you the last element of the vector. And index of. If I just want to have, if I am having like this, I just want to have index of 4. Okay, what is the index of 4? 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will return you 3. Index of element and index. So if I am having index of 4 is my element and 1 is my index value. For example, if I am giving index value as 1. So it will return you the first occurrence of given element searching beginning at specific index value. From 1 index value, it will search for 4. And or if I am giving some 5 here, from 5, it will start searching. What is the index value of 4? Is 8. It will return you 8. If I give 1 here, it will return you 3. Okay. Lost index of the same thing, it will start searching from, it will give you the lost index value. If I am giving element 4, what is the lost index value of 4 is 8. So it will return you 8. Sublist. Sublist, it will, I just want to get the elements from 4 to 6. So from index 4 to 6, what are the elements? 5, 1, 2. It will return you the particular list. Capacity, it will return you the current capacity of the vector, which is nothing but what is the capacity of this is 10. So it will return you 10. And clear, it will remove all the elements from the vector. Clone. Clone is nothing but it will create the same list and it will return you. And contains, it is used to check. So it will, you has to give with element some 5. It returns true if the element is found in vector, otherwise is 5 is available in vector? Yes. So it will return you the index value, else it will return you the false. And collection, see, if I just want to have the collection 4, 5, 3, 4, 5. I just want to check 3, 4, 5 is present in that particular vector or not. This collection of elements, it will check. Yes, it is present. Here, it is present. So, it will return you, it returns true. So, it returns true if all elements are present in the given collection found in vector. Otherwise, it will return false. Ensure capacity and int minimum capacity. I am giving minimum capacity is 10. So, it increases 20. So, it increases the capacity of the vector if necessary to ensure it can hold at least number of components specified by the minimum capacity argument. So, if I'm using only 10 capacity, I just was extending my vector capacity as 20. So, these all are the methods which you can have in a vector, and you can use it ready-madely. Like directly you can use the list.add. These are the methods. See, this list.element, list.get, first element, last element, index of, contains, capacity, size, empty. Okay. So, here in order to use a vector class, you has to vector class as well as the methods related to vector class, you has to import java.util for sure. So, what was the first step? You has to import java.util package, and next, what is my class name? Java class, vector class example, and in I'm creating list. List is my object of vector. I'm creating an object to the vector class. Vector class is already present in java.util package. So, list.add. I just want to add 10, 30, and at index 0, I am going to add 100. And next, add element 50. And next, I am printing the list. And next, get of 2. At particular second index value, what was the element? And what was the first element? What is the index of 50? 50 is no 50. What is the index of 50? And next, whether it present 30 or not. If it is present, it will return you true, or else it will not. It will return you false. And what is the capacity of that particular vector, and what is the size of a vector, and is empty, whether the list is empty or vector is empty or not. So, let us do this program. So, this is my program. See here, what was things I have added 10, 30, and at particular 0 index 100 is there. So, I got 100 here. Okay. Next, I have added 50. So, it has added appended to that particular list. So, 50. And next, get of 2. So, at second index value, I am having 30. So, it has returned 30. And next, what was the first element? 100. And what was the index of 50 is 3. And contains of 30. Whether the list contains 30? Yes, it has returned true. And what was the capacity? Initial capacity, it was 10. Okay, so it has returned 10. But capacity differs in size. Size is nothing but how many elements you have stored. Capacity means what was the capacity of that particular vector. So, initially by default, the capacity will be 10 always, whereas size will differ. Size is 4 here. And is empty? No, it is not empty. So, it has returned false. So, this is about vector. So, coming to the hash table. How you are having array list and vector? In the same way, you will have hash table is a class that consists in java.util package, like java.util package, and in the same way, hash table will have various built-in methods that could be used efficiently for yours. If those are built-in methods that you can use it. So here in Java, the package java.util contains, in Java package, the package java.util contains a class called hash table, which works like a hash map. But hash table is synchronized. So, hash table is a concrete class of dictionary. It is used to store and manage elements in the form of pair, key and value. We already know hash table. In the data structures, you are going to see what is hash table. Hash table will store the data in the form of key value pairs, isn't it? So, for every value, you will have certain key which is mapped. So, here the same will be here. So the hash table data stored parent key value and each key associates with a value, and non-null object can be used as a key and as a value or as a value. So we can use a key to retrieve the value back when needed. So what are the points you can have for the hash table? Hash table class is no longer in use actually. So it's an absolute and it's an alternative class of hash map. And hash table class is a concrete class of dictionary and it is synchronized and it does not allow null key or null value, and the default capacity is 11. So these are the key points of hash table. Coming to the constructors of hash table, there are 4 constructors of hash table. So first is an empty or default constructor, which by default it will ensure the initial capacity is level. And you can give the capacity if you has given capacity like 20. So that it will create 20 key value pairs. Here it will create an empty hash table with ensure that capacity. And hash table capacity and load factor also you can give. So it creates an empty hash table with the specified initial capacity and loading factor. And if I just want to have map if I'm having collection of elements mapping key value pairs already in a map, so that I can give, which will be contains that particular map. So these are the 4 constructors you can have for the hash table. Next, coming to the methods of hash table. So put method, which is used to insert a key value pair, a specific key value pair into the hash table. Put all is a method which if you want to have multiple key value pairs into the hash table, you can use put all method. Put if absent. So put if absent is a method. If the specified key is not already associated with the value, it associates with the value and returns null, else it will returns the current value. Okay, if I'm giving put if absent, if any key, if you are giving the key value, if the value is already present and associated with that key, it will not be inserted, else it will be inserted. Get or default, which is it returns you the value associated with the given key or default value if the hash table contains no mapping for the key. Get, you are giving the you are providing the key value, it will return you the value. And enumeration key, it will return you an enumeration of keys for the hash table. And key set, it returns a set view of keys of the hash table. And collection values, it will return you the collection view of values that contains in the hash table. It will return you all the values. And elements is a method which returns you the enumeration of values of the hash table. Entry set, it returns you the set view of mappings contained in the hash table. And hash code, it returns you the hash code of the hash table. And clone, it returns you the shallow copy. It will create a copy of that hash table and it will return you. And remove, you have to give the key and value. It removes the specific values with the associated keys from the hash table. And contains, it will check whether the value is present in that particular hash table or not. If it is present, it will return you the true. If it is not present, it will return you the false. And isEmpty is a method to check whether the hash table is empty or not. If it is empty, it will return you the true. If it will return you the false if it is not empty. And contains key. So you will provide a key whether that particular key is present in that particular hash table or not. It will check. It will, if the present whatever the key you have supplied, if it is present, it will return you the true. Else it will return you the false. Replace. If I wish to replace the key with particular value, so which is already associated with some other value, I has to replace this with new value, then I has to use the replace. So it replaces the specific value for the specified key. Next, replace, you can use this one also. Key, old value and new value. It replaces the old value with the new value for the specific key. Next, merge. Merge, it will be specified key is not already associated with the value or is associated with null, associates with the given non-null values. Next, size. It will return you the total number of elements are present in the hash table. So capacity is different from size, which we have seen here previous class. So vector class. So here the same. Next, clear. It is used to remove all the elements from the hash table. Next, this is an example program. First, in order to use a hash table, you have to use java.util package. Next, hash table example is my class name. And here I am taking the random numbers. So, random number equals to new random. So, hash table. So, I am generating 5 values here. Okay, 5 values I am generating and I am inserting into the hash table here. Next, I am printing that hash table and I was checking get of 3, get of 30. So, which is nothing but get of key value and get of index value. So, key 30 and key 3. So, it was going to check whether 3 is particular 3 at third key, what was the value present, at 30, what was the value present. And keys, what are the key set? It will return you all the keys, and values, it will return you all the values present in the table. And key value pairs, you can go with entry set is a method which is used to present key value pairs. And next to hash code, it will return you what hash code they have used. And total number of elements, it will return you the size of how many elements you are giving. So, we are inserting 5 elements, so it will return you the 5. Next, empty status, it will check whether the hash table is empty or not. So, let us do this program here. When I run this program, the first one is hash table. As it was random, pseudo-random numbers, it has generated integer numbers. So, 5 at 5 is a key and 33 is a value, and 4 at 4, 9 is a value, 3, 6 is value, 2 at 2 is a key and 97 is a value, and 1 is 48 value. So, value associated with key 3 is 6, and 30 we have generated only 5 keys. So, at the key 30 there is null, and next keys are 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and values are 33, 9, 6, 97 and 48, and they has given the key value pairs same as a hash table, and hash code is 202, and total number of elements are 5, and empty status, it is not empty, so it has written false. So, this is what how you are going to use hash table class in Java. So, directly instead of writing particular codes in a C or C++, they have already written in a java.util package. We are simply importing java.util package and we are using all these methods. In this session, we have seen 2 classes. The first one is vector class. What are the constructors? Vector constructors, and what are the methods present in vector class, and we have seen example program for vector class. So, it is same as array list, but it is synchronized. Coming to hash table. Hash table is also same as hash map class. Hash table is nothing but it will store key value pairs. This is synchronized. And we have seen what are the constructors and what are the methods of hash table class, and we have seen the example program. So, what are the operations that you can perform on a vector and hash table? That was already they have defined the methods. We are just simply creating the object to particular vector class and hash table class, and we are performing operations using built-in classes. This is what today's session is. Thank you everyone.